All right, so let's start off with a little bit of mobility. I'm going to just do some shin boxes and some hip drops, nothing fancy there. And then we'll go right to some half kneeling work. So if you don't mind, have your maces near you, because the second thing we'll do when we're half kneeling, we will need a mace. All right, so let's get into that shin box position first, where we do our hip drops out of. All right, so a little modification if you want to make it to that. You can just add a little extra knee bend on both these legs, and something I went over with somebody on Thursday, and I got more out of it this way. So traditional position about 90, and this is about 45. Again, I just argue you get more out of it. So, but same model as always. I'm gonna go to my right. Right now I'm going to my left. Right leg leads. I get as far as I can with that right, and now I'm opening my left and letting it follow. Right now, I'm using my hands in that transition. Minute, hopefully not have to use those as I knock some of the rust across. Let's go through a good 8 today. Yeah, mobility in the morning sometimes it's not me. I feel like that's something I need to move decent. All right, going hands free now. Finally, he's trying to. There. All right, half kneeling if you could. And we're going to work a little like reverse arrow, basically. So we're going to use this to help facilitate some like mid-spine or like kind of thoracic mobility. So we're going to hold this the opposite of the way we normally would. I'm going to be palm down on my globe side and palm up on my tail side. So basically we can like deload this thing but still shoot what's called a reverse arrow. So here's my deal. I am in a half kneeling position. I've got my right leg out in front of me. You'll notice I've got the globe on the down knee side, tail on the up knee side. So from here, we're not going to switch back and forth. We're just going to shoot multiple arrows over top of this right knee. So here's what we're trying to do. Create stability down low, bracing the midsection and bracing the glutes, but create a really big torso turn over top of that knee, still pulling on that mace. So I'm really shooting back over that right side, and I return. Let's go 5 in a row. Every time, just search for like a little bit more room. Again, purposely have this deloaded here, so we don't have the globe out on this open arm. It's the one that's tight to our body to make our life a bunch easier. In theory, we get further. Here's 4. Yeah, try to find a little bit more depth. If you haven't already started syncing your breathing with this, go 4, inhale now. Exhale as you open. Let's add one more for good measure there. All right, switch it all up. Leg position, mace position. We did 6 in the end. Let's sync the breathing from the get-go on this one. So I'm going to inhale now, exhale and open. Again, you're really looking to do all you can to stay nice and stable down low. Very much mobile up there. No one's going to get to a 90-degree turn, obviously, but you certainly want to get past 45 if you can. The mace should help facilitate that. Let's go 2 more here. And then just 1 more. All right, get everybody up. We'll do some ballistic turns. And this is kind of the same idea yet again. So we're going to be standing upright. We want our lower body to be a statue. We want to create movement of our top half. So here's our deal. We want to create some standing structure. So we've got feet hip to shoulder width, soft knees, abs on, glutes on. Got my mace in my traditional position. I'm palm up my globe and palm down on my tail. So we always chase the globe in this scenario, right? So The rotation will always be in the direction of that globe. And then our hand transition is a simple one. We're just doing this switch, kind of that ballistic curl switch. Again, the challenge is don't let the hips follow the torso so we can rotate from our mid-spine. Let's go 5 each way. So I'm going to go up to my right first. I'm really driving my right hip forward right now to not allow the opening. And I switch off to the side. Now I'm going to go left. I'm really fighting to get my left hip forward. And I'm back. So really your key is your glute squeeze for stability down low. Just like we did in that half kneeling reverse arrow, try to get more and more movement of that torso each cycle. Then if you up for it, pick up a little speed. I'm going to go one more back and forth here. All right, there we are. All right, hopefully starting to feel a little bit looser. All right, let's go into just simply a squat where we switch our mace and do our little ballistic switch. So this is going to be a deal where when we come up, everything's coming up. The mace is going up a little bit, and we're going to hand transition that. And at the same time, we're going up into a calf raise. So most of you have done this before. If it's new, I'll give you a really quick tutorial. And we're going to go for about a minute on this. So here's our plan of action. I've got my mace here. I'm going to get set up for my traditional squat width. I lower in the traditional manner. When I come up, I'm doing a calf raise, getting as high as I can without my toes leaving the ground. And I do a hand transition to that, and I'm right back. So on that note, let's go fast. So we're crushing the mace until we're switching that mace. And get as high as you can through that calf raise. But keep in mind, the ball of the foot and the toes stay connected. It's a heel that's driving up. Good speed across the board. There's going to be a alert coming via my alarm in a sec. And there we go. Relax. All right. Let's just add one more little piece to get our heart rates up to leave it a little higher. So a minute and a half. This is part of the masterclass flow. This is going to be forward lunge to reverse lunge with the same leg. We come back in the middle for a squat. Then forward lunge, reverse lunge, and we come back for a squat. And we just put that on a cycle. So I'll tell you where my globe is throughout the process. Just follow along. Minute and a half on this guy. All right, I'm going to start off with my globe on the right. So it's going to be a right leg forward lunge. So standing structure, crush that mace, and let's start moving. Right leg forward lunge. Push back hard into a right leg reverse lunge. I switch my mace. Now I switch my mace into my squat and out of my squat. Now my globe is on my left. Left leg forward lunge. Switch mace to left leg reverse lunge. Switch mace back to the squat. And then out of the squat. Right leg forward, pull up on the right. As you go in here, just try to figure out your points of balance. Start to work on more depth in those lunges. What you're starting to notice is every single move we make, we switch the globe position. Right now, I'm back to my right, for example. Right leg forward lunge, ballistic curl to right leg reverse lunge. Curl the squat, curl as I come out of squat, go over my left now. Again, you'll know when we're cooked. We got the alarm going. Shake those legs out for a second. Quick sip of water if you'd like it. So we're going to work on hand transitions just for a couple minutes here before we get into the first flow. Okay, couple of landmarks. And Kelly, these landmarks are a little bit more for you. They're kind of a bit more review for everybody else. So here's my level 2. Here's my crossbody top, where my globe's on an angle. I'm sorry, my globe's on my shoulder, but I have an angle. And this is a crossbody bottom. Just so if I'm using some language, you know what the heck I'm talking about. So again, crossbody bottom. Let's go to level 2. Crossbody top. When we talk about prayer hand switch, here's what we're doing. We're sliding the bottom hand up the globe. We're going to get right to prayer hands right there. So if you notice, I'm not gripping it with either hand. Back to crossbody top, level 2, crossbody bottom. All right, so now we're going to go into something called a cross block. So let's all get into our prayer hold. Now I'm going to leave my left hand on here, but again, you have the mirror image of me, so you go whichever way you want. But what we're going to do here is I'm going to grip firmly with one hand and punch down and across my body. Now, if you notice, my mace is on the level relative to the ground. Then I'm going to come back to my prayer hands. Now I'm going to grip firmly with my right, and I'm punching my globe down and across my body. And once again, parallel to the ground. So let's go 4 more each way. Prayer, I'm gripping left, punching to my right hip. Prayer, gripping right, punching to my left hip. And now get a little bit more dynamic with the punch. And it's okay to notice that there's a little like turn in my torso. Absolutely okay. In fact, needed. So 2 more each way. Last 2 each way here. So 1 and 2 and done. Okay. So when we do this, Kelly, you're going to have 2 options in the beginning of this flow. You can do what we just did, or you can be fancier. So I'm going to give everyone else the fancy version because they're familiar. For you, it's really debatable if this is worth your time or not, okay? All right, so for everybody else, again, who's gone into cradle multiple times. So Kelly, if you want to follow along, this is my right hand palm up globe, left hand palm down tail. To get to cradle, I pass the tail in front of my face. Here's a crossbody bottom, by the way, on the way. And I keep going. It's like I'm like cradling a baby or a football, depending how you want to look at it. Now, from here, we can go to that cross block again. I take my free hand, palm up, thumb up, and grip. And now I'm going to punch across. Very familiar, basically what we just did. Let's go right back where we started. Now we're switching hands naturally. So let's get to cradle. Again, the tail goes in front of the face. I grip palm up, thumb up, punch to my opposite hip. Let's go 3 more each way. Reconnect. Tail in front of my face for my cradle. Now I'm going to go a little bit past cradle this time. I'm going to come angled up about 45 degrees. Grip with the free hand because it makes it a little bit easier. Punch. I'm going to go a little quicker now. So again, tail in front of my face. Get to about 45 degrees from that cradle. Punch. 1 more each way. I won't talk. Everyone looks like they're there. All right. So here's the deal. The first little flow we're going to do only has 3 steps. So it's going to be forward lunge. And as with forward lunge, we end up going into the cradle we just did and punching into our side lunge. So Kelly, here's where it gets sketchy. So after our forward lunge for you, you can do all the stuff we just did, or you can just do this. Forward lunge, prayer hand, punch into your side instead of, because that's a lot. And then the last piece that's new for you, Kelly, and again, a kind of a review for the remainder of the group. Let's get to our cross block for a second here. I don't care which hand you do it with. We're going to do this whole like throwing our chi idea where we want to take the hand, the free hand, right? And literally throw the weight of the mace out to the side. Let's do it 4 times each way. So again, I'm taking my free hand so I don't have to muscle it with this arm, and I toss. Good. Let's go 2 more. Toss. Last one. Toss. All right, switch sides. Free hand, grip that globe, throw it out to your side, bring it right back. We're doing 4. Last one. Now, obviously, this is a point where we're not very stable. So for everybody, shoulder down, back, best you can. Here's how we're going to manage this. That's going to be our flow. So we are going to go forward lunge. We're punching down however you choose to get there, from prayer, from cradle into side lunge. Then we're going to toss this out into our dragon lunge, return, we'll flip the mace, and then we'll stay on the same side. So let's hit this for 2 minutes right, and then we'll hit this for 2 minutes left, and we'll make this more complicated as we go. Any questions, please yell at me now. All right, everybody. Globe on the right. Right leg's the only leg that we lunge with right now. Right leg forward lunge is our initiator. So let's say 1, 2, 3. Right leg forward lunge. So from here, either cradle or prayer as we side lunge right, and we punch down into it. So right now, right leg was my side lunge. My left hand is gripping my globe, and I'm in that cross block. From here, take that right hand, throw that chi as we go into our dragon, go right back to cross block, reconnect, switch it so the globe's on the right. Right leg forward lunge. Push back. Again, we're going to punch with the left hand into our side lunge right. Take the right hand, throw that chi, and we're in our dragon. Back to cross block, reconnect, switch a globe on the right, right leg forward lunge. Left hand punch into side lunge right. Right hand, toss that chi as you go right leg dragon lunge. Back to cross block, reconnect, switch side. Right leg forward lunge. Left hand punch into side lunge right. Right arm, toss. I'm going to stop talking now. Let's just go. So right leg always remains the only mover for the duration of this flow. All right, time. So I'm going to give you about 10 seconds, and we're going to switch up to the other side here. So now the globe will go left. Left leg will be the remover for the duration here. All right. Shake those legs out if you haven't already. Let's go on 3. Globe left, left leg mover. 1, 2, 3. Left leg forward lunge. We're going to be punching with our right hand to our side lunge left. Left hand, use it to throw our chi. Punch back to cross block. Reconnect. Switch it to globes on the left. Left leg forward lunge. Push back. Right hand grips. Punches into side lunge left. Left hand throws that chi. Reconnect. Globe left. Cross block. Reconnect. Ballistic switch. Globe left. One more time with cueing. Left leg forward lunge. Push back. Grip right. Punch into side lunge left. Left hand, throw that chi into your dragon with the left leg. Punch back to cross block. Reconnect. Globe left. Let's do our thing from here. All right, relax, grab some water, please. If you all hung with me there, awesome job. All right, so we'll take a little step back to work on some more hand transition works as you get your breath. Kelly, specific question for you. Have you done Knight's Shield before?
Can you show me what it is? Maybe. I have no
idea. So it's from a side lunge where we transition from side lunge. We go here, and we always go towards our straight leg. We push that glove away, and then typically we pivot back. Is that new for you?
It might be, but it doesn't look terrible. So you're basically doing like a side lunge and then switching sides and putting the mace up.
You got it. So here, let's do this because this is never a bad thing to review for everybody. Mace to your side just for a sec. We'll do like 3 reps per side on this. We won't be terribly long. If you want to have the mace in your hand, you can. I'm going to do it without mace just so we can focus on the footwork.
Okay.
So I'm going to face away. Start off with the side lunge right. I'm just going to do 3 consecutive Knight Shields to my left, and then we're going to switch. So just from the footwork perspective, here I am hanging out in that side lunge to my right. When I go to my left, my feet alone, that's what I'm talking about. I pivot that left foot 90 degrees. And I have to step with my right leg just a little bit, my back leg, and then I settle into what's basically a lunge. If I'm going to go back where I came from, all I would do is pivot my feet back where I started. Let's go 2 more times. Pivot the foot of the straight leg, which is left. Step with the right, sink into your lunge. Pivot back. Pivot left foot, step with right, sink, pivot right on back. All right, transition. I'm on my left now. Right leg's my lead. Pivot my right foot open, step with my left, sink. Pivot right back. Pivot my right foot, step with my left, sink. One more time. Pivot my right foot, step with my left, sink. So that's our footwork. Now, we're getting fancy. So Kelly, you have a couple options yet again. If you want to try the fancy stuff, cool. I'll give you a plan B if you want it.
Okay.
Here's our deal. Instead of throwing our chi and going into dragon, we're going to throw our chi into a Knight Shield, which is what I sent you in that video yesterday. So here's what this will look like, everybody. So go ahead, grab your mace. Let's put your cross block for a sec. Let's not worry about our legs at the moment. So I have my left hand on there. I don't really care which way you do it, but we're going to throw our chi, right? So let's just throw our chi for a sec. Take the right hand, which is the free hand, put it on the bottom of the mace. That's all we really have to do in this transition. That's it. But what's different about it is you're throwing the mace into that position, and then you have to get your body into the Knight Shield all kind of in one. So let's do that one more time with just the mace. Cross block, got my right hand on, toss, now reconnect that hand at the bottom. There we go. Let's go the other way with this now. So this is my right hand on my base, cross block, left hand throws it, and then quickly reconnects at the bottom. Good, let's go there one more time. Right hand, cross block, left hand, toss, reconnect it. There we go. All right, so now let's just work on that transition for a second from side lunge into Knight Shield and back. We'll do it 2 times each way, and then we'll add this to our flow. So I'm going to be in a side lunge to my right, but I'm going to be in a cross block with my left, and we're pivoting left for our Knight Shield, just so you know what's up. So again, here I am, side lunge right. My right hand's not even on right now. I'm going to take it down and across, my mace that is, into that cross block. So we're going to toss our chi this way and get in the Knight Shield all in one clean move. So let's give it a try. Right hand on the globe, toss, and connect. You got it. Let's go. Let's go right back to it. Right hand, take it to the globe, toss, connect. Let's look at the right. So, side lunge left, my right hand's off. Connecting to the globe, toss right, Knight Shield right. Everyone looks good. One more time for me here. Side lunge left, cross block right, left hand throws chi. All good. All right, so here's what we're doing now. When we throw our chi, there's just no dragon lunge. We're going right to that night shield. We're going to take our weight shift right back to our side lunge, reconnect, put it on a loop. Let's go right side to start. If you want to even watch the first one, that's okay. And Kelly, are you good with that?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right, cool. Just making sure. All right, everybody. So I'm going to my right side first, globe on my right. Same flow, just changing the ends. All right, 1, 2, 3. Right leg forward lunge. Same transition into our side lunge. All right, moment of truth. Right hand. Toss that chi right into that night shield. Pivot right back to your side lunge right. Step together. Mace back on the right. Same deal. Right leg forward lunge. Punch into that side lunge right. Right hand. Throw that chi. Pivot right back. Back to the right. Punch the side lunge right. Toss the chi left into that night shield. One more with my cueing. Globe right, right leg. Push back. Punch with the left. Toss to the left. Right to that night shield. And let that just keep rolling, everybody. Everybody keep going. I want to watch. So keep doing your thing. Yeah. All good. Keep going. You got 10 seconds left. Love the punches into that cross box side lunge. 2, 1, done. All right, I'm going to give you about 15 seconds off, which is not much, and we go the other way. Anybody lost at this point, or is everybody cool? Beautiful. All right, globe left, left leg mover. Set her up. Open my left, left leg forward lunge to start. Standing structure. Don't forget about your tension. And let's go. Forward lunge, transition to a right arm punch into that side lunge left. Left hand. Toss that chi to the right. Reconnect into that night shield. We're back. We switch. Globe left. Left leg forward lunge. Right hand punches into side lunge left. Left hand throws chi into night shield right. Globe left. Left hand punches. Left hand throws. Night shield right. Globe left, left leg. Right hand punches into side lunge left. Left hand throws into night shield right. Two more with me, and then you're going to fly solo for a minute again. All right, flying solo. Let's see it. 20 seconds. Yeah. Great Great job. I got really nothing to adjust here on anybody. Shut it down. So what I love that you all did a really good job of is you did legitimately like throw that mace into the night shield and then just let the body follow it. So phenomenal job. That's probably the hardest part of what we've done so far, but we are going to keep growing it, just to warn you in advance here. All right. We need to chop and work on a pivoting side lunge. So neither's new. Even together, I don't think they're new. We just haven't done them a lot. So let's work on a little bit of review here. No mace for a sec. All right, so if I'm facing this way, but I want to get into a side lunge this way, how do I do it? Well, it's really not complicated. My left foot's already in a pretty good spot. If my right leg's going to be my mover, for me, just to open 90, plant, and then just let that left foot kind of rotate. It ends up just straight. So like, my regular side lunge, if I'm facing this way, is 90 degrees to my right. What we're going to be doing when we do this is we're forward, right? And we're really opening the entire body, landing that side lunge to the right. So if everyone could, why don't you give me side facing view? Let me see your right shoulder. Can I see 3 in a row where you open up the right leg and you end up facing towards the camera when you plant the right leg and side lunge right? As soon as you're ready, let's go for it. So yeah, Kelly, you need to be square to me. So you need to rotate, think there. Kind of, sort of. So you ready, Kelly? Here we are. I'm here. So you're kind of doing this instead of that. I need more rotation out of you, if that makes sense. So Kelly, what you're doing is you're landing a forward lunge instead of landing a side lunge. Does that make sense? So everyone else, switch really quick. So do me a favor, Kelly. Face me straight on and do a side lunge right.
Right, which would be this.
You got it. Awesome. All right, so go back where you started now, where I see your right shoulder. Can you get back to that position that you just showed me?
Yes.
That's it. I think I just did a bad job of cueing you. That's all it is.
That's right.
All right, everyone else is good? All right, so now let's use the mace real quick to chop. So everyone go ahead, grab your maces again. All right, so I'm going to take my mace. Let's start off with what's called warrior. So I've got my 2 hands stacked to the bottom and my mace is vertical. I'm going to take my top hand to the middle of the mace. And whatever that top hand is, you want to take the mace off to that side of your body. So wherever that high kind of flying elbow is. When we chop this mace, all we're doing is keeping our grip firm, coming down and across, and I let my torso turn with it. My hands obviously came off my body. So let's go 3 there. Chopping down and across. Crushing the mace as I do it. Again, chopping down and across. Crushing the mace as I do it. Let's reestablish the same position we started in. So here's our warrior. Just switch the hands and how they're stacked. Now the right hand for me goes to mid mace. My mace comes off to my right side. And again, I'm chopping down and across, and I'm allowing myself a little bit of torso turn. I see two more out of everybody. Yep, that mace comes fully across that body. And at the top, mace is vertical. At your side, the mace is parallel to the ground. Pat, you're good. Your top hand's just too high to the globe is all it was. There you go. All right, everyone's good. All right, so here's the last piece that we need to do to connect this entire thing. And this might be as fancy as we get with the float at a given time. So after that night shield, we can do that with our pivoting side lunge. So let's work on how we do that. So I'm going to put mace in hand and give you a visual aid on this. All right, so I'm going to side lunge left. Don't worry about the cheaty part. I'm just going to go ahead and get into a night shield right. So in order for this to work, I'm going to have to lift my back leg and balance on it. And I'm going to have to slide my top hand from the top to the middle. So here I am. I'm going to go now balance on my right leg. I've got the mace hold that we were just working on. I'm going to do that pivot open into my side lunge. and I'm chopping my mace just like we did, and it goes back over my left leg on my side lunge. Let's go through that again. Side lunge left. I'm getting into my knight shield right. I'm going to slide my top hand to mid mace. I'm going to lift my left leg and balance on my right. I'm going to go into that pivoting side lunge left, and I'm chopping my mace down and over my shoulder. Now I broke it up into pieces. Let's put it together for two. So side lunge left. Get to the knight shield. Balance. Move that top hand. Chop into that side lunge this time. Let's see it one more time out of everybody. Yep.
I'm not doing that right.
Yeah,
That's
Kelly,
right.
you actually must have moved your hands in some manner. So look, all you're doing here is you're here and you're there. That's it. But we just have other moving parts. All right, really quick. Let's go to Kelly. Give me one more there. Everybody else, give me the other side for three.
So I'm here.
Yep, slide your top hand to the middle. Take your back leg off the floor so you're balanced. Now side lunge to the left, facing me.
My arms are not right.
All right, so stay right where you are. Go back to that funky position you just were in.
Yeah.
Go ahead, and now chop the way you just did. It's your bottom hand. Let your bottom hand go off to your side. That's it. That's all it was. That bottom hand wasn't moving. It was just kind of stuck, and then you felt stuck as a result of that.
All right, got it.
All right, everybody, let's do this thing. We got 5 minutes left. We're going to flow with this whole thing for 2 minutes on one side, 2 minutes on the other side. So the addition basically is at a knight shield. We're not going to pivot right back to our side lunge. Instead, we get high, we chop into the side lunge, and then we just bring our feet back together. We're going to have to stay right and left. I wanted to integrate left to right, but today's not the day. It's okay. Maybe next week. All right, 2 minutes. I'm going to start off on the right-hand side. I'm going to cue it as tightly as I can. All right, home stretch right here. Go over my right leg's my mover, everybody. Let me get you a less horrible view. Okay. All right, low right leg forward lunge. Same transition as the side lunge right. We're punching with our left hand. Now we're going back to throwing our chi again. Throw that chi, we're in that knight shield. Now, you slide the left hand to the middle of the mace. You lift your right leg up in the air. We're balanced left. I'm going back where I came from, and I'm chopping my mace. Both my hands should be clearly over my right leg. Don't let that right hand get you stuck. From here, come on back to center. Switch it to gloves on the right. Let's go again. Right leg forward lunge. Left leg punch. Hit the side lunge right. Throw chi to knight shield. Lift the right leg. Left hand mid mace. Chop into that side lunge right. Return. Switch it globe right. Right leg forward lunge. Punch it to your side lunge right. Throw the chi to the knight shield. Right leg up. Left hand mid mace. Chop to your side lunge right. Return, globe right. Punch. Right leg up, left mace middle. Chop in that side lunge right. In the end. First feet, knight shield. Right leg up, left hand mid mace. Chopping your side lunge right. Pull it back on my right. Right leg up, left hand mid mace. Chop. Throw chi. Chop. Hand mid mace, right leg up. Chop. So we're getting close. 15 seconds, shake the legs out. We'll match it and we're done.
So I have the window open to my office and there's a porch right in front of me and my neighbor just walked out for a smoke and he just saw me in there like wielding this thing around.
You know what? Maybe
This is weird.
You're a little bit more intimidating now than you were before.
Yeah.
All right. This is it. That's the pressure neighbor, Gina. Globe on the left, everybody. We're going right to it. 1, 2, 3, left leg forward lunge. That transition to our side lunge left, the punch. Left hand. Throw chi night shield. Balance on the right leg, left leg's up, right hand mid mace chop. Globe left leg forward lunge. Punching into that side lunge left with the right arm. Front feet. Left leg up, right hand mid mace, chop. Left leg forward lunge. Punching into that side lunge right. Growing chi. Elevating back leg. Right hand mid mace, chop. Just shoot the end. Right hand mid mace, left leg up. Hit the top. Near the end. I'm going to shut my side down. You keep going. I want to see what you look like. 30 seconds. Good. Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing there, but it's fine.
Okay. So just keep your mace high in the air. That's all.
Where is my ball at that last part? So I'm here.
Yep.
I pulled it out.
Yep. So now lift your left leg. That's it. Chop over your left leg as you side lunge left.
This?
That's exactly it.
All right. I'm making it more complicated.
Yeah, you were just taking it down prematurely. That's all.
I'm all fancy over here.
All right. Finish the flow you're in right now, and that's it. Excellent job today. I really threw you some different and new and challenging stuff. So great job. I'm shutting the recording.